Hi, this is my how to make friends video, which I'm doing really quietly because there's people in my house, aka my family, who live here. Okay. So the first bit of making friends, we all know, is like going to organised clubs, singles nights, shopping centres, neutral zones, may I say. The main things I can think of is like jobs, clubs, like I'm not talking like like hockey club or whatever, but also whatever. Get drunk, exchange numbers, think smart. Also, doing something outside that encourages people to talk to you, like busking, but like say, suggest songs, but do it around areas where people will see you again and again, outside post office, outside a gym, stuff like that. Maybe you won't be able to go right next to it. Just like doing something that might earn you a bit of money, to be honest. Somewhere where people will see you over and over and over again. So once you've solidified your neutral zones, it might be 5 or 6 places. Also go to like one-time social events. You might be like, what? Like, that's probably not going to work because it's really hard to ask for someone's number at a one-time place. But the one-time places are great for photos. They're great for stories, and most of all, they're great just to practice. And they're fun nights out where you get used to being around a lot of people, and like you're gonna slowly naturally like talk to a few people. You're gonna slowly get to talk to a few people. So, and also like if you go to enough of them throughout time, eventually people are gonna start like, especially around your area, like see your face. You're gonna know kind of social, where you're gonna be like, oh, I went here, I went there. So it's gonna be so much easier to suggest places to people that you're meeting regularly. Like, oh, do you want to go here? Like, I've been here before, it's great. I went alone, whatever, like, whatever, but whatever. Like, it builds that kind of social muscle, but also means that, like, on a random day where you feel like, oh my god, I just want to be around people, you just go, I don't know. Once you've got your casual first hours there, the introductions, the boring bits, no one likes them, whatever, and try and do like long stuff. I know it's kind of annoying to like connect to someone and then like lose that connection because like they move away, or like it's like I don't know how to put it, like they're not gonna be there anymore. Like you've gone camp, you've gone for 3 weeks, you had a great time, you met some great people, you spent like all hours of the day with even like a best friend, and then like you're back and you're like, I've lost this person, but like those kind of connections, you can kind of like have something that strings you together. For example, if you were on like this trip, like you might get their number ever, which you will, trust me, that even if you don't like contact with them, if you make that close connection, and then you might be like, hey, like I'm gonna do something similar to what we did last time, and like, come on, let's go together or something like that. Only because then you can invite some of your new friends, saying you're going with your friend, and now you're always going with someone. Might be someone you met like last year, but like at least like the ice is already broken. So it's like people who write down their contacts from like age of 18, and you're like, you don't need that person, like why are you writing them down? And then like when they hook up their contacts list, it's like pow, which is what I'm planning to do. Every contact, I want to show you people I need to start. I'm 16 right now, almost 17 in like a month. I sound like a child. I'm almost 17. I'm 17 in less than a month. What? Okay. But like, yeah. hands up. It's kind of the two worst fears. Inviting people places that you're going to be alone if they don't come. Use old quick connections to like go to like, I don't know, Coachella, or like, I don't know why I said that, a pub, and you might be like, oh, like, you know, the person I always meet in the supermarket, you're not going to invite them to the pub, but like, your co-workers, you'll invite your co-workers in a pub, right? And then you might like, I don't know, you'd invite to a pub casually. Old school friends, there we go. Somebody went to your university, you'd be like, let's catch up at the pub. You go to a pub, you might catch up a little bit often than it's catching up. And then you might be like, hey, you know, like, I kind of like invite other people to this because, you know, like, it's so hard getting to know people here, but I don't want to do it my own. Like, you could like, yeah, and then like that person will be like, okay, however. So like, build those easy contacts. I say easy, like people who like, you went to this event, you go to this 3-month spa retreat or whatever, or like you spend your 4-week holiday this year going out, you're 25 or whatever, or like you go to this like kids camp and you volunteer with all the other adults, and you're like, you meet all these people, you use them as crutches to make more friends, or even better, one of them just moves to your area. Now you've got a friend that you didn't even know. You're like, no, we're setting the scene here. You've got the casual friends along the way. You've got the socialness, but not the social, like the people. You're connecting with people, but they feel fragmented. You've got the reliable sources, the gym group, the co-workers that you what's it called again? That you ask to hang out at the, you know, at lunch. You hang out with them at lunch a few times. You know, do you want to grab a coffee? Do you want to grab this? Maybe it's the same gender, or like I know somebody you feel comfortable talking to, whatever. Like you talked to already, and like they see other people. You're like, hey, but we could. At first it'll be awkward, but like at least you've got food. Like, somewhere nearby, whatever. You got your, I don't know, discotheque group from the discotheque club. You've got your walking club. You've got whatever. You've got all these people, right? All these connections. Whoa, awesome. You've got your small business that you do on the side hustle. People, contacts that like, you know, helps you out, and like you talk to these people like, often, you know, because you work with them, so sort of Gilmore Girls type shit. Once you know that, the first 90 hours, apart from asking them to hang out in the nearby coffee shop, or asking them do they want to come in for a cup of tea, you know, one day like, oh, like, usually seem more busy than this or whatever, like try softly coax them, get a few inside, get a few comfortable things like during this first 90 hours. Once you hit 90 hours, give or take, then you could start doing stuff like hosting big events and basically just texting everyone you know and like asking them, I'll bring a few other people, and you might be like, oh crap, my house isn't big enough, but you've got a friend who you casually talked to before, who you kept in your contacts just in case, because you know they have a big house, and you'll be like, girl, or like, boy, you gotta help me out here, I wanna have a party, I'm slightly antisocial, people are like, not hang out with me, I need a party, I know I'm a grown-ass adult, but you gotta help me out here, I'll organise the whole damn thing, I'll help with the clean up, let's have a party around yours. So if they say no, keep moving on, babes, or like just have a small party, but do something like everyone will bring an extra friend, or you know, there's gonna be a buffet, like a buffet party. I've always wanted a buffet party. you might be like, oh, this doesn't actually sound that bad. Because you waited the 90 hours. The 90 hours. You waited for it and you were like, okay, I'm comfortable with this person. I'm asking, you ask them, you host events, you bring them along. And you keep doing this, bringing along different groups, so and so. And then people will start asking you to go places. I know it's like, bruh, why can't they just ask me straight away? They won't. Okay? And you might be like, but if you're the one doing it, girl, people like me, we're rare, scarce, we have too much confidence. I can't explain it. We don't, we just fight the urge to give up. After 90 hours, you've done your shit, you go. Okay. Okay. So now you've done your first hours, like I said, being in people's schedules, you know, asking outside of the gym or whatever. People see you every day, suggest a few songs to say, oh, you do this really well, blah, 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 you chat, whatever. After that, you're like, oh, I'm tired. You have a drink, a snack, and you're like, you talk to people, you know, they stop by to talk to you. You let them go, keep doing this, and eventually, like, it'll turn into you're at a cafe and they stop by, and you're like, oh, can I offer you a snack or whatever? Just like oh, you're off in a hurry? And they're like, yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not. And I'm like, oh, you just seem like you are. Just like pacing up and down, and I'm like, I don't know. I love people who get like the, I don't know, or just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. She's like, I know, please, just have a seat, like, before I feel like I'm acting weird, and I'll be like, thank you, like, yeah, you can tell I'm 16. I got a big ass head, but you can tell I'm 16. Bitch, guess what? See, look, I immediately got cheekbones. Bruh, I may seem not high. Okay, anyway, keep going. What else was I gonna say? Because I have a list down there, I just want to look at myself. It's not that I'm that hot, it's just that I'm like comfortable with my face, you know, like comfortable. Bruh, these like fucking scissors. So it's not like a vampire got their tooth split, wanted to hide their canines at a Turkish surgery and it didn't go so well because they got these like pushed out front teeth. My bitch, I wanted perfection. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Going through my glasses, showing you a good angle. Ooh, is this such a bad? Did it on the wrong side? Okay. You've done the first 90 hours. You're hosting people for events. You're at shopping centres and you're shopping with other people now. You're like, oh my god, let's go shopping for this. Like, first do shopping for an event. Like, oh, can you help me like shop for my brother's birthday? And then once you do that, ask people to shop. In general, just, I want to go shopping. You want to come after the first 90 hours or bruh, like, you have a hiking group, you're hiking with them, you ask like a few of them like if they want to go on like a hike on just like on your own, like together, and be like, oh yeah, maybe we should like invite a few of our friends that aren't really good at it, because then it'll be more fun, you know, like we can bring snacks and make it laugh. You'd be like, cool. And then like invite some people like you've seen around your gym, like, hey, we're going hiking with my friend. and they're inviting a few people. Do you want to come? They're like, I've never hiked. Like, that's exactly the kind of people we're hiking because we want to feel good about ourselves or something like that. Whatever. That was not as cool as I thought it'd be. Okay. Anyway, that's the last hours. I think after 200 hours, is hanging out with people casually. So I start asking people after the 90 hours would be like the hiking thing, but also hang out with people outside of the environment that you know them in. For example, let's say you have people you met outside the gym. It's past 90 hours now. You've gone like you've hanged out with them like outside of it. Like you've texted them. You're like, oh, do you have Insta? Because like, do you have Insta? It's like obviously like I don't know how you actually answer someone's Insta. Just be like, subscribe to the gym and be like, are you on the gym Insta? Because I can find your Insta off there or something like that. Like however you meet each other. Oh, is there an Insta for this? You can make a group or whatever, stuff like that. Like use the crutch. Once you got that, you can DM people. Hey, is this? We can go hiking or whatever. Oh my god, it's just like invite anyone. Just feel like you're just filling in the rest of the people. It's so much less scary. Like if you want to go swimming sometime, join a swimming club, do your 90 hours. Ask a couple of people, hey, like, this is a really lovely pool. It's like adults only. It's like open swimming, whatever. Like, I guess that's a bit hard. You can just be like, there must be swimming events that are like for adults, you know. And like, just like, you know, like be like, oh, do a couple of us want to go? You're on the Insta, so like you make a group. You're like, hey, I thought I could go. And a couple of them be like, yeah, but not actually going. You just make the date and the time. And like, I am gonna book it for a few people, so ask me. Like, be serious. And there's some people, oh, I can't do it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool, but if no one's going, I'm probably just not going to go anyway. And they're like, oh no, go. And I'm like, yeah, let's go with if no one's going. I'm like, cool. And then next time you ask, I'll be like, I kind of have to say yeah now. You're like, stroking your invisible cat. I've got a spinny chair as well, so I can do the. Don't have enough space in there. Just Bro, I had this teacher once who like did like this like funny. So he was like teaching us about like, I can't remember if I say sizes I'll sound wrong, but like he was like talking about like different cats. He was like, you have this cat, it's like meow, but you also have this cat, it's like meow, meow. And like, I swear, like, he threw the cat on people. Like, whoa, it was so fucking weird, and we loved it. We were a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds being entertained by fake cats. I can't, but it was adorable. We were stressed, and like, I don't know what he was talking about, but I remember the cats, and I was just like, that was funny as. But yeah, scares me. People like him don't have friends. The rest of us are fine. Yeah. So after 200 hours would be casually hang out with people outside the environment that you normally hang out with them. So you invite them to a bunch of places. You do the 90. So 0 to the 90 is asking people, you know, spending a lot of time on the thing you're doing and putting in a lot of effort to talk to them while you're there. But then also sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, like, do you want to go to a coffee shop down? Or like, is anyone getting coffee? Because I could go get some. And then eventually ask people, just like the steps to get people in a group to casually go to places outside. Like, we're all going to grab this, we're going to grab that, whatever. But there's like, seem alright at first, I know. Like, someone usually does them anyway. Always go. If you have an hour and a half class, You have a 2.5 hour class. Block out your schedule for 2.5 hours, not an hour and a half, bitch, okay? I'm telling you, right now. You might be like, oh, but what do I do if no one, like, then you bloody help clean up. I don't know, okay? You do something for the other hour, but you have a 2.5 hour class. You'd be like, oh, I can only fit in, then put it in a different time, and if it really is just for exercise, then I guess, whatever, but it's still, like I'm warning you. And if you have a busy schedule, what's making your schedule busy? Is it kids? Then maybe you need to make friends with people who also have kids. Is it work? You need to find a group in your work, okay? The thing that's making you busy, make friends there, because it's probably going to keep you busy. If it's school, oh my bloody god, have you heard of other students? And you might be like, oh, but I don't like any of the people I work with. Yeah, but like, how small is your business? How small is it? Like 50? If it's a small business, then you have the right to make contacts. Make friends through contacts. Or like events based on people who have your skills. Use the thing that's making you busy. Okay. Sorry for telling you off. It is harder for you than most people. Okay. So 0 to 90 hours. Talking to people. Kind of getting people in a group to go somewhere nearby. And putting in effort and showing people that like you need to be here. After the 90 hours, inviting people to hang out somewhere linked to what you're doing. So if you're at work, then like asking people, you know, there's a quiz night, something mental, whatever. Asking people to go there as a group. Possibly, and if it's like a hiking group, asking people to go on a separate hike with you. Yeah. If it's a swimming group, asking people to go to a club. I know that sounds weird, but like, I don't know, something else that can link you together. Because you've talked to them, you'll work something out. And that's the 90 to the 200 hours. Without your friends, believe it or not, you are friends now. If you talk to them for 90 hours, and I mean talk, like, I'm not talking about 90 hours when you're doing something, you might only talk for the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. So that's 20 minutes. The club's once a week, 3 weeks, 3 times 90, bruh. 3 years, 5, 6 years. Damn. I mean, that's why you have to ask them to hang out after, because you won't get to those 90 hours. Okay? Like, oh, like, cool down drink, whatever. You know, stuff like that. Whatever. It's this lovely vegan place. Yeah. So the first 90 hours, casual meetups. Most of the time it's talking, getting to know within the neutral zone. 90 to 200 hours, moving people outside the neutral zone a little bit. Hosting events mainly, and inviting people to your event. Hosting events and inviting people to your event. Using your small connections to like help you with hosting these events, and always having people going anyway, so you can invite people with friends and be like, oh, everyone's inviting other people. Good line, everyone's inviting other people, because it means that there are other people that you know, but it's not going to be you and them and then the person. So there's the first bit, the middle bit. The first bit 0 to 90 hours, middle bit 90 to 200 hours. Once you've hit 200 hours, babes, you're close friends. You are. Like, there was a study somewhere, I need to link it somewhere, but after 2 hours, roundabout, you're close friends. Unless they've been like pushing away for you for 200 hours. But then if they were, they need to be more clear. Close friends. Close friends casually hang out. You ask them to go shopping. You ask them, what's it called again, to come round your house. You want to get your nails done. If they're opposite gender, whatever. If there's some reason why it doesn't feel like someone you just casually ask out to go gaming with, you'd ask them to go clubbing. You know, you really get.